Hello everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw Pillar. Alright, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and then I'll switch over to Sharpie. So don't worry about if you can't see this. This is totally for me, and then I'll switch over and you'll be able to join in as well. But for now, I just got to make sure that I get everything in here the way I want to, and to make him look, you know, cool. Pillar boy. Pillar party. Alright. You know what, that's too far out. So this is again why we sketch, just to make sure I have this in a good position. Okay, there's the front of the foot. There's the big toe. Let me erase a little bit here. And then he's going to have his pillar parts. His big old boots. Like that. And then his weird, well, I shouldn't say weird, that's a negative word. His unique looking leg pieces, I guess, I don't know. They're kind of crazy. But cool, you know, I like it. That's why we're drawing it. That's why he's a cool character, you know, he's fun. Okay, and there's that. And so, let's see, he's got his big pillar parts, pillar paloozas, pillar plantation parts, pillar platform plattiness. Okay. Sorry, my cords are hanging down. I had to fix that real fast. Oh no, one big over like that. Okay, that's good right there. So again, let me just sketch out this little weird, not strange, unique legging stuff he has going on here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I like that. And so I kind of have him, I'm thinking of him like I know he's not a monster. I know he's not. But to me, he kind of looks like one, like a lumbering giant, you know, like a Frankenstein, you know, like or something. So I'm not drawing him like Frankenstein, but I do kind of imagine him in like a, you know, a unique position. So I'm kind of drawing him in this lumbering monster pose. I just kind of like it. Okay, so that goes, and so I'm going to have his belt under like that. Alright, that looks pretty good. So, let's see, let me draw his head. So his nose is going to be like right there, maybe. There's the eyes. Right? And then the face, the pillar face. You know, I don't think it's really a face, but to me it looks like it just because it's got those eyes. You know? And I'm just going to call it his face. Okay, so there's that, and then let's see. And now let me look at a different picture. The fun thing about this is I'm drawing based on pictures. I'm not actually drawing by looking at this picture. Does that make sense? Like, the pictures that I'm looking at are of Pillar and, you know, his unique look, but he's not in this position, or he's not doing this. So I'm kind of making it up as I go, and it's fun and unique, you know. So I get to design whatever I want. The downside is, you know, I'm making it up as I go, so I could be wrong, you know. So I'm trying to just kind of base it on, you know, the look that he has, and hope I get it right. Okay, I think that'll work. For his head, at least. I like that. I like where I'm going with it. So I'm going to have his arm up, and I think what I'm going to do, let's see if I can pull this off. I'm going to do like a monster hand. And it's not really a monster hand, but I got him kind of in kind of a monster position. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Alright, so let me draw the digits. And that will help guide me to the rest of it. Like that. Let's see, that's going to come across to there. I'm just going to raise that up a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to draw his pillar parts. I think that'll work, like that. Okay. So, let's do... I'm going to hide this other one back behind here like that, kind of like a lumbering giant, like I said, like a monster. And this one I'm going to do, and this one's a little tricky to do, but I'm going to try it. The hand out, the kind of like this, you know. Something like that. I'm going to draw 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits. Like that. Okay. The tricky thing is you can't draw all the fingers, and so you kind of have to just accept that it might look a little odd, you know? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do that right there, and I think that's good. I think I'm ready for Sharpie. So I'm going to switch over to Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, and I'm going to use the Sharpie pen first, just just because I can control the thickness a little bit easier. So I'm going to draw the nose like that, and then draw some lips like that, and then just a little bit of a bottom lip, and that's it. I think I'll add just a little bit of the face, just because I can control it much better, like that. But it's going to be over his chin, so it's a little higher than his chin. Like his chin would be down here, so don't worry, don't freak out that I didn't draw it right. I just want to control it much easier with this. Okay, so I think that's going to be it. Let me draw this line real fast, because I can control it much easier, and that other one's going to bleed a lot. So, all right, so now I'm going to switch over to Sharpie, or the fine point Sharpie, and build off of this. Okay, so I think I'm going to draw this piece first, and then I'll connect it, because this piece is the first and foremost thing that's in this headpiece. There's the highest point, basically. Like that. And now I can do the eyes, like this, because I got a start and stop point. And let's add just a little bit of a seam to the middle here, like that. And the eyes, which again, they're probably not eyes, but it's that pareidolia, I think is what it's called, that you see faces in objects that don't have faces. Okay, so now I can draw his pillar parts. So I'm going to work with back here that I can't see, and then I'm going to go up here like this to the top of his head. And you know what? I'm going to draw his little antenna before I forget him real fast. Something like that. Okay, because I didn't sketch him out, and I know I would forget him if I did that, if I didn't do that, okay? So, again, I'm going to do some pillar parts here. And again, just that little padded looking look to it, you know, that they have. And so, let's see, he's got another one here. Kind of like that. Another one here. And there is more fine detail to it. Like, it looks like they're connected, like right here by little. I'll do a couple of them, since it's not all over the place. It looks like little pieces like this that kind of connect, I guess, the part. We'll do another one over here. And we'll just do, like I said, just a couple just to accent it, you know, give it something. And there's like a whole nother level that I'm not even going to worry about, because you can't get too fine a detail with this stuff. With your drawing, maybe you can, but not with this. This is too big and bulky. Okay, so I'm going to draw this big chess piece here real fast, just because that's, again, in the front, and I can build everything off of that. So I'm going to come out here like this, come down like that, come in, up, over, down, over, and let's see, this goes pretty much straight up. And then there's thinner lines I use for the rest of that. So here, let's see, this is connected like this. And I'll draw the rest of the connection in a second, but I wanted it underneath this line. Is basically why I want to draw those first. Okay. Like that. So now I'll come back with this Sharpie and just add a few little things here. So like I said, there are different levels to it that are part of this, but I'm not going to draw all of them. I'll just give you a little bit of the detail. And it's up to you whether you want to go crazy and draw the rest of that. I can't with all this. Like I said, it's just not in the cards, not with Sharpies. But I want you to be able to draw with whatever you have in the house. I don't want you to have to go out and buy a whole new set of supplies just to do this. Okay, and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and draw some of his what do you call it here? Folds. Just because there's a whole bunch in this little suit right there, because it's over his chin and all kind of bunged up. Okay. Oh, you know what? Here, let's do this. I'm going to take this Sharpie, which is a medium Sharpie, and I'm going to add, let's see, like a line like this. Bring one out like that. Connect them. And then I'm going to bring this one up like this. Mix it down. That. And oh, you know what? Hang on. Let's do a couple of these little circles, little vent holes, like that. All right. Okay, so let's keep going. So there are little straps. You know what? This goes back a little bit like that. There are little straps that hold on to the shoulder pieces. Can't quite see this one, so I'm just going to do that. Let's go ahead and draw this shoulder piece since we're here. So I'm just going to lump it around, bring it down like this, and it's got a little stair step in like that. Go underneath that strap right there. That's why you draw it first. And so I'm going to draw the hand, and then we're going to build back behind that. Okay, so bear with me here. This hand is kind of going like this. So we're going to draw this finger like that. That's the top part. This finger like that. This one like this. And the pinky out like that. Does that make sense? So now we're going to draw the thumb like this. And there you go. So see, it. Let me draw some more of these lines just to help you understand where we're going with this. Okay. Does that make sense? How the hand is just kind of more pointing at you. Okay, so that means we can draw the pillar pumps, the pillar pieces, like this. And you can't really see much of them because they're going back behind his hand here. But the nice thing is that also means we can, I'm just going to start right here. I'm going to come over here like this. And do that. So see how I can kind of get away with drawing less because of the folds and the way his arm is bent over right here. Something like that. So yeah, I wanted to draw some, you know how I like drawing my folds. Fatty likes his folds. Alright. Okay, and let's see. So let's draw the rest of his chest piece right here. So that'll give me start and stop points for that. Okay. So let's go ahead and draw his packs. He's got right here, like that. Well, there's the what do you call it? The little piece that holds it together. I can't think of what I'm trying to think of right now. But anyway, we're drawing little rectangles here for his packs that are on his chest. Okay, and he's got his more pillar parts over here on the side. Like this. There's another one underneath it like that. And, oh, nope, that's color. I'm not going to worry about that. If you don't connect here, go ahead and connect it, okay? And then here, it's going to kind of come down and do that. And that's pretty much all we got to do for that side, since all my lines started connecting. If these don't connect for you, go ahead and just draw some lines in there, just to make it all connect, okay? So now I'm going to do this arm over here. So this one, I'm going to do the shoulder piece like that. And then the what do we call them? Pillar pieces, pillar pops, pillar petunias. And this one goes across his arm. It's going to be a bunch of lumps like that down to his wrist. And it connects over here like that. And so now I'm going to draw his arm like this. I'll go ahead and draw a few folds from where his arm is bent, like that. Okay, so same thing here. I'm just going to bend that material. Okay, and so let's see. So let's draw his hand. So I'm going to draw like this for his thumb. Bring it up here to that part. We're going to go across to that finger. There's a thing on the back of his hand. So this is going to go like this. Okay. Another one like this. It's back behind. And again, these fingers are back behind, so you can't really see much. So that's all we can really do for that part. That little lump thing is not supposed to be there. I don't know when that happened. But hey, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between and have a good time doing it. Alright, so his belt is kind of underneath this thing because I have him kind of hunched over, you know. So his buckle is going to be kind of underneath like that. Okay? Then here's the other parts of his pants. And so he's got this little piece that connects down here under his buckle. Okay? Does that make sense? Something like that? Okay, so now we're going to draw his legs. And his legs require a little bit of technique here because we're going to have to draw his parts. That's the best thing I can say. I really don't know what this is supposed to be besides some kind of protective thing. I don't know. Let's draw his knee over here real fast, just because I need it over that line. Okay, so he's got little parts, it's just the best thing I can say, that raise up a little bit over like this. Okay? And I'm going to add just a little bit of the technique, the design, that's the word I'm looking for. And they are 3D-ish, so we can kind of come in here and do one of these if we'd like, but again, that's a lot of work, so if you're not comfortable with doing that, don't worry about it. It's okay. So same thing here. We're just going to kind of do something like that, just to give it a 3D-ish look. Okay? Alright, let me close this one up too, so I'm just not leaving everything to dry out on its own. Let's go ahead and try to do the other one over here too. So this has a piece that goes across, and it comes down, and it's going to do something like this, like that, and go over here. Now, again, he's got that what do you call it, the knee piece that looks like a face to me, because of these eyes. See, doesn't that look like some kind of monster ghost scary face thing? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I've been watching too many scary stories, like Twilight Zone. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of follow the design like that, and again, draw those pieces like those, but since they're pointed at you, you can't really see the 3D-ness, the 3D-ishness of it, you know? Okay. Now that has a certain look to it I was trying to replicate, that's why I gave it that, okay? Oh, you know what, let's do like we did over here, the design to it. It's got this thing like this, something like this, same thing, round, and like that. Okay, so let's keep going. So, let's see, we haven't drawn his legs, so let's draw his legs. These strap down to his legs, I know that much. Same thing here, I can see one like that, one like that. This goes to his knee, that goes to his knee. So now, let's go ahead and draw it in. So I'm going to do something like this. Just kind of connecting them. Like that. Now it'll at least give us his legs to work with. So now I'm going to come back and add some creases and folds because his pants are all bunged up from being spread out. You know? Because he's, you know, stretched up, so they just get all stretched out. And I don't have to worry about that. It's going to get jumbled up if I keep going. So let's draw his big old poochie pants. And what I mean by that is they're just these big pouches. Pooperas. Alright. Like that. And then, let's see, the straps to the back like that. There's his pants. And then this kind of goes to the back of his shoe. Like that. And then there's another one over. That old lace protector one, you know. I love that. That one always makes me laugh. So we can do the front of his shoe, bring it around, and just kind of connect it like that. And he's got just a little bit of a design to it that we'll throw in like that, just to let's see, just to make it our own, you know. And so the same thing, we're going to do the front view here. So it's got the poochies, the pooperies, the pillar parts, pillar pouches. That's what we're going to call them, the pillar pouches. All right, and I'm kind of following my sketch. So that's how I know where I'm going right here. Okay, then I'm going to draw the front of his toe like that. All right, so now I'm just going to connect anything I need to real fast. Just give it some, so it's not floating like that. See how his leg's just floating? I got to do something. So I'm just going to kind of pooch out his pants like that. His pillar pants. All right, so I say we take care of the rest with coloring. So that is pillar. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.